forgot Josh was recording. God,
Josh is recording right now?
He's probably going to tell his viewers that it's the neighbors making all this noise.
What?
Josh was recording and we did the countless noise over here.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
Hey guys, I got a special guest with me today. Donat. Yes, Donat, thank you for coming back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you guys so much for being here watching the Bare Pantry Show.
We're going to record this, but we're also going to do a live afterwards. So what we wanted to record is because I wanted to control, because I wanted to use footage later on for my commercials. Do I have your permission?
Absolutely,
to put you
you do.
Yes. All right, Donat. So this is my powder bun dry mix. And it's kind of like a cake meet a cookie. So the top of it has like a crumb, but the inside is tender. So it's not like crunchy all the way through like a cookie, right?
Wow.
And it's not really like a cake either. So when my when my customers buy it, they have the instructions on the back and it tells them they need 3 ingredients: butter, egg,
And milk.
I want to spill it. And I didn't tell you this off camera, but I have a QR code that they can scan, and it takes them to an unlisted video with me showing them exactly how to make the buns. And when I say showing them, like the camera is like right over my shoulder. I did that video. I made the buns 3 times to do that video, just so I could get all the angles, like if they're there with me.
It's
like
a lot
a
of work.
360. Yeah, like a 360 thing. So my son Josh says, when you buy a box of cake mix, it tells you this, but there's no video to go to where the person who makes it is telling you this is how you do it, right? So I think that's my USP, my unique selling position, is the fact that they can go see the video.
Yeah, that's great. So let me ask you a quick question before we get right into it. So this is a cake cookie, which sounds delicious, by the way. But can you tell me, first of all, this is Belizean. Can you tell me the first time you fell in love with
Oh my God, I'm glad you asked.
a porta bun?
When I was in Belize, high school is known as college. I'm sure it's the same way in Jamaica too, right?
Yeah.
You know that part? Okay. So I was in the equivalent of like 10th grade. So when you get to the equivalent of 9th grade, you have to take all your general ed stuff. When you get to the next grade, you split and you go into academics or commercial. Academics mean you're going to be like nurse, doctor, lawyer. Commercial mean you're going to be everything else in life.
I like that system.
Bookkeeper, cooking, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I picked commercial. I didn't want to study hard. I picked commercial,
Yeah.
which is still a lot of hard work. So I took home ec, and they taught us how to make that in home ec. And I'll never forget when I first tasted it. I'm like, okay, this is the way it's supposed to taste, because everybody in Belize makes this, but they all make it different because they throw things together. You know, so they don't measure, but in home ec you have to measure. And so that's the one that I wanted. So I kept that recipe since then, and I've jazzed it up by putting in egg and all these other stuff that we're gonna put in, like stuff that I'm gonna put in mine. And so
and the
it's
main
different.
ingredient too.
What's
Love.
Love. Me and Joe met this old man one time, and he said this Belizean lady was chasing after him. He was a Black American guy, and he says, I didn't get together with her because she wanted to get married. And she said, don't you love me? And the man told the lady, Lord don't lay here no more. We never forgot that man told us that. Okay, so when the people buy it, they're going to open it from the pouch, but see Joe ripped my pouch, so I keep refilling this one to make videos.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever, when they buy it, is exactly what's in
Let
here.
them know it come in sealed. It's gonna come sealed.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come sealed, but I just told them we keep
Yes, she
re-ripping
keep
things.
reusing this package. So how much of this am I pouring?
The whole thing. The whole thing in your bowl. I have the same thing here, equivalent,
Okay,
but I
gotcha.
just didn't put it in a pouch.
Okay. And so what's the, like, this has obvious different ingredients to make sure it gives that cookie texture on top and that salt cake like feel under the surface.
So it's flour, baking powder, cinnamon, vanilla powder, stuff like that that's in there. So it's all the floured things. So now originally porta buns are made plain or with raisins, right? And they're made with either butter or margarine, but I don't eat margarine because the body doesn't know what to do with margarine.
Right.
Because it's a byproduct.
It's a plastic.
But it knows what to do with butter.
Right.
So I put real butter. So I have, can you unwrap the paper? I don't know if you saw that.
Yes.
The paper is still on it. It's 2 tablespoons only of butter that they're going to need.
And just drop it in there? Okay.
Do you prefer to like get your hands in there or work with a wooden spoon?
Well, I did in fact wash my hands.
But would you don't mind touching flour and stuff?
No,
like
I
that?
don't. I like doing
Okay,
that.
all right. So
Which
pinch
requires me to wash my hands again. Okay, cool. So mash the butter in here.
Yeah, like cut it in. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Cut it in. So you pinch it in there.
So
I'm
what's
gonna do
the
the same thing.
importance of pinching and cutting the butter in here before
To make sure
dropping
it gets
the egg?
to make sure that it gets spread out all within the flour,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what gives it that crumble on the top.
Right.
That's why I didn't end up putting butter powder in my thing, because I could have put butter powder and then all the people needed to add was milk or
Right.
the egg. But I didn't like the way the butter powder handled the buns the day after. They got kind of stiff.
Yeah, yeah, it dries out. I figured that. So, I like to cook a lot too. And one thing that I do is like I take all of my wets, like an egg and butter, all of that would be considered wet. But I also see like sometimes you differentiate between room temperature butter and refrigerated butter. And in this particular situation right here, you want
This was room temperature.
right,
And,
it's room
and it said that
temperature.
on the package. It
So
says,
what's the importance of massaging the butter into the mix?
It's gonna spread out within the flour, and it's gonna give that crumble on the top. But the cold butter is mostly for pies.
The pie coming.
How the pie? Oh, we cooking. Thank you, Joe. We sold.
And so why would I take this egg and put it in here at the same time?
Because we want to make sure that the butter is well incorporated first. Joe, come get this. Put your camera down, man. I can't do it with one hand. Sorry, guys. Joe's gonna come in the picture to get some stuff that we made because Donat came. Okay, Donat, you can put your egg.
Okay.
Crack your egg and beat it first.
So how beat it in the mix?
Don't step back.
See a little bowl right there?
Oh yeah. So here's a little bowl separate for the egg. So crack it
And I'm the one that I don't know if I'm the original one to add egg to this recipe. I'll be honest with you.
They all
But I
done,
started
right?
adding egg. Yeah, they're all done, baby.
hey, we got some meat pies for later, y'all.
Joe, can you put it like over there?
Hang on a second.
You need to get one of those.
So here's the thing, like you see the yolk and
We
the
take that out.
Yes, I was
That's the
like,
stinky part.
yes, this is like the
Want a spoon?
umbilical
You
cord or
almost
whatever. I got it.
Okay. My mom was like real strict about that. She
About
would
taking
take
it out?
She called it the eyes.
The
She said,
eyes.
take out the eyes. It's nasty.
I call it the umbilical cord.
It probably is. It probably is. So no, because you're adding the egg, we can't control what size egg the people are going to add to the mix.
Right.
It could be a small one, it could be a large one. That's why I tell them add this very slowly.
Gotcha.
Because you might need less, you might need a little bit more,
So
right?
do I add the milk to the egg and then
No, put your raisins in and scatter it
in the mix
Uh-huh.
or in the egg?
in the mix.
Okay, put
and
the
I'm going to put
raisins
my
in.
white chocolate chips, okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
Jealous.
Joe.
You got white
I ain't
chocolate.
finished yet. I gotta take the
I might
apple
want
out.
half of that. You can get half of this. Okay.
Trying to find space.
You can take home anything you want to take home. You know how it
Don't
goes.
step back.
What are you doing now?
I said, don't step back.
Oh, he didn't get that other one. You act like we don't have mittens. You're embarrassing us.
Joe Ghetto today.
He come with a dish rack.
Do you want me to turn it off?
Yeah, and then flimsy dish towels. All right, so put your egg, because that's one wet. Did you know that sugar classifies as a wet? I didn't know that till I started to do my show, and then this girl from Australia told me. I learned so much from my viewers.
Well, I guess, technically it is a way. It's just...
Because when you get it wet, it gets liquidy, right?
Liquidy. That's interesting.
All right, so know that that's in there.
It's almost like how tomatoes are fruit and not a vegetable.
Yeah,
Right.
and
So,
avocado's a fruit also. I'll put that there just in case.
and so do I take the fork to beat it? Okay.
You can mix it up like
All right,
that.
let's mix it up. Let's see.
While he's doing that, I'm going to add some milk to mine. I have to add more milk because I'm not doing the egg. So I'm going to start with an ounce of milk.
That is true. You're not doing the egg.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to have...
We're going to do like a real original one, except for the white chocolate chips.
Okay.
You know, I've even put glaze on this. Believe people going to get me for this. I don't care.
You put glaze on it? That's not how you supposed to do it, girl. It's going to get 8. Trust and believe that, okay?
All right, so add like half of your milk.
Okay. Slowly, right?
Slightly.
But there's... Okay, so...
That's an ounce, so add half of it. So add half an ounce, half an ounce.
Yeah.
And if you want, you could get your hand, pull up your sleeve and get your hand in there because you want to feel it how wet it's getting.
Okay, and what's the desired texture?
Not as sticky as a cookie,
Gotcha.
but you still need to gather it to where you
I
can.
like it. I can totally see how it's getting like pastry, like flaky. That's very
That's how that
important.
butter goes in there. Joe, did I put back the milk?
You don't have Jamaican and Black American, right? Black
You want
Americans,
Okay.
we don't typically make the pastries. You know, we either
Really?
make the pies or the cakes or the cookies.
Right.
The pastries, we usually just go and buy that from the store.
Okay.
You know, the closest thing to a pastry that some people might make is like an apple crumb cake or whatever.
Right.
But just at least in my household and my family where I'm from, so I can't speak for all black people, but
I get it.
usually I don't run across many black people that actually make homemade pastries. So
Okay.
Black Americans, that
Well,
is.
when I first started to do my show, there was only a few things I knew how to make in pastry. Let me feel that. That's feeling pretty good. Add a little bit more of the milk.
Okay.
That's why I say 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce.
That's good. That's
Okay,
good.
feel
Oh,
it?
sorry. Oh, it's
And if
like
you
a
ever-
little tiny bit.
To the customer, if you ever mess up and it gets too sticky, just add a little bit more flour. That's
yeah,
how
it's
you
getting
can
a little
combat it.
bit too sticky for me.
That's good, right?
That's good enough. That's real good.
So it's supposed to be this sticky right here.
Yeah, that feels good.
Okay.
We're gonna split that into 4, because we want to get 4 big ones.
Okay, and so when you have so much sticky on your fingers, that's when you add flowers or no?
You could clean off your fingers like this. Just
Gotcha.
get it off your fingers.
Interesting. Okay. You know, I don't bake a lot. You know, they say baking is the feminine thing in the household, you know. And I
But
usually
look at Cake
leave that
Boss.
to the women.
Look at Cake Boss, though. He's a whole dude.
Really? I didn't see that.
Which is
Cake
true
Boss is a
because,
dude and he's not gay. He's
You
a
know-
straight dude.
in our
Making
days,
a straight dude making cakes.
Stop it.
in my days, the men never used to do that.
Thank you.
I was awful.
In my days, men didn't do that, okay?
I met somebody one time, right?
I like doing it because I'm doing it with you know.
Yeah, and he told me that one of his co-workers was gay, and I said, I kind of figured. And then he goes, why? And I said, because he plays the piano for the church. He goes, Barbara.
And there's, you know, if the piano is usually, like we say, oh, maybe I'm doing too
I
much.
think, yeah,
We say that about the tambourine, when they play the tambourine.
I
And
think
it don't
if
mean nothing, guys.
we need it up together, I might get it now.
Okay, so put it together like what I'm doing here. Like,
Okay, give me 1 second. My hands is just like
I normally,
too sticky.
in Belize, they don't do that. This is what they would do. They would keep the dough in here, and they would just eyeball it and get a ball off and
Right.
roll it, right? But we want you to get 4 even pieces, so we's gonna mash it on the counter
We
to
just
get,
gonna mash it on the counter.
to get the 4 equal pieces.
So let me move this forward. Let me move this. Put that in
Let's
there.
get all this out your
I can
way.
put this. We're not using this anymore.
Right, we're done. And look how much milk you left behind, see? A little bit less than half an ounce. So if the egg was smaller, you might have used
And I
the
think-
milk.
If the egg was right, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I think this is so sticky because of the egg. Like yours is not having the stickiness
See,
like
you
mine.
notice? I noticed mine don't have that pretty color. The egg gave it a
Yes,
color.
This is
Yeah,
pretty.
you don't have
See
to
how I
put-
just divided?
I can eat this right here by itself.
Yeah.
Hey, when you smell the package of powder, it smells like this already.
It does.
Yeah, it has a smell.
You
All
got
right.
it.
So you just want to get it into 4 equal pieces. So do your fractions.
What you could do,
Why I just feel like playing with this.
hey, man, you could do flatness or just cut it in 4.
He knows what he's doing.
Excuse
Could-
me.
Okay, Noreen's husband, could you stop talking from behind the camera?
Oh, where'd you use to cut it with?
This thing, just cut it into 4. There's this cook on YouTube that's called Noreen's Kitchen, and I used to like watching her, but her husband always talked from behind the camera. I'm like, shh, just shut up or put your face on the camera.
Right.
You know, I don't mind that he was in the video, but I wanted to see him. So get some flour on your hand, and then when you pick it up, before you start rolling it like a ball, try to make a dome.
Oh,
Try to
okay.
make sure
Sorry.
you're smoothing off the top. It's gonna make rolling like a ball. See, that's perfect. And bend it, because you want to bend it like this.
I'm trying.
Bend it like Beckham.
Okay.
No, you do
Oh,
it.
okay. Like bending like that upwards
Uh-huh.
instead of downward.
Yeah.
Like make a upward dome instead of downward.
Yeah, that's what my little cousin did. She punched a hole in there with her thumb to do it. That's everybody picks up their own technique. I love it. I love it.
Is that good enough? Or should...
And if it's like too messy, you can always stop, wash your hand, and dry it.
Oh, see how it went back
All right.
flat?
All right. So let me show you. See how you have that dome?
Uh-huh.
You want to fold it in, and then see, get more flour.
But why too much flour?
I will beat him with this wooden spoon. He doesn't know me. Miss Bare Pantry beat her husband when the knot was there.
And they gonna be like, see, that's what happened when you bring the knot around. Then you know everything
You know,
is that
what
fuck.
were they saying that you were gonna unalive somebody?
They told me that I was gonna take one of your knives and get you in your kitchen. That's what they try to make you believe, you know.
If they met you, they would be so sorry that they crossed you, because you're just like the coolest, sweetest giving person.
But the thing about it is, that's the problem. So many people, when they meet me, they think my energy is theirs.
Yeah.
And that they own me. And then when I be like, no, you did it, and I knew that's what you wanted to do from the get-go, they have a problem. Like, so I just tell people on YouTube, just if you enjoy my entertainment, support me versus.
Let me show you the. So sprinkle some flour. See how that's the dome already? See how it's smooth already? So we're just bending it, bending it, bending it. And we flip it over.
Bending it.
And then we're going to close in the bottom.
Bending it.
Pinch it, pinch it, pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. Then you roll.
And then you roll.
So it makes for a smoother roll. You got it?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was like, is this, are we folding it like that to cook it, or are we just...
Okay, see how you got it? See how pretty that one is? That's gorgeous.
You make me feel so insecure over here. You do this all the time. Don't be sitting up here trying
I've been doing this for 40 years.
So I'm supposed to come over here and act like I know what I'm doing compared to somebody who's been doing this for 40 years. Make it make sense.
And I told you you're doing an excellent job. No, you are for real though. All right. So that's smooth. So bend it over.
And then it's
That's why the people need the video to shape it.
That was still hard.
And let me tell you what I did though. I did one where you just press the whole thing into a 8x8 pan and you bake it as a bar. The only thing is the top doesn't come as crunchy as if you do this. But it was still amazing. So I'm doing different things to it. Let me wash my hands so that we can put it on the baking tray.
I need to wash my hands too.
Just to get the sticky off, you know?
Right. And I need to roll up my sleeves.
Oh crap, Joe, out the oven, huh?
That's why I asked you.
You told him to out the oven too.
I asked you. You said out it.
Do not told him to out it. Then we're gonna mess with you. So one of these days, I wish that you and Troyce would come together.
You know what? I think if he comes up, depending on what day, I probably just come back up whenever he comes up. Well,
he said he's coming soon.
Right, he said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, what days were?
Troyce is like Solomon Grundy, married on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday. Remember that point?
Okay.
No. Cameraman, you need to stop. Joe, I really appreciate you running the camera. He's running the camera profile so we could get some shorts out of it, guys. Yes. All right, then I'll put your phone over here.
The paper bit right over there.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah, sorry. All right.
Your stuff came out pretty though. I like it. No, I don't like play with people. Get it? And when you put it, you're gonna press it slightly.
I'll take that compliment. You know, I have a hard time taking
compliment. Put one there on the.
Do I smash it down?
No, put it there first.
And then
smash it. Use your 4 fingers. Smash gently.
That's good.
Gently. Because if you smash it too, it's gonna spread that way.
Right.
No, it's good. It's good.
Gotcha.
So gently. A little more. That's good. That's good. You put there. So we share in the tray, but we know yours has raisins and yours look more yellow, right?
Right, because it has the egg in it. It's gonna be very interesting with the color dynamic too, because the one with the egg, the yellow, it actually looks prettier, and that yellow it helps with the coloring when it bakes in that golden brownish.
Don't you think it helps with the crumb too on the top?
Well, I don't know. I haven't tasted it.
I think so. Well, we'll see how they come out. We'll see. So we have to wait for it to come up to 350, which it will do pretty quickly because Joe just shut it off from the pies, and it will stick it in for 25 minutes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we'll clean up this mess and we'll move over to get food.
Yeah.
You're not hungry.
I am hungry.
I like that you guys.
Good.
Where did we put the trash? We moved the trash.
Good.
Yes, darling, we're good. Thank you, baby. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Joe doesn't like to run camera. He says he goes blind when he's running the camera. Joe is so silly. He's so
Every time I run camera, I get sleepy.
Woo, hot. All right, let me stop the camera for a minute. We have 27 seconds left and it's done. So watch how hot your stove is. Remember, our stove was hot because we're baking the meat pies.
Ooh.
So that's mine because of the white chocolate.
White chocolate. It's
Look how
crazy.
pretty that is, though.
That is. I mean, it's literally about the same color. It's about the same
When
color.
it baked, right? I didn't think it was gonna do that. See how much mine's crack up?
Yes, and mine don't crack up, which means that the egg gave it more compound to stick together. So does that mean that yours probably is a bit more crispier than the ones with
I
the
think
egg?
so.
It looks that
I
way.
haven't made it without the eggs in such a long time that I forgot. So it's gonna be a good thing. We can't taste it yet because it's hot, guys. But what is Joe doing? Making panades. I know you wish you were here with us, especially my diehards, my mods. You know, I want to meet some of my mods because I went through so.
You want to do what?
Yeah, I went through so many bad mods that the ones I have now, they're such cool people that I want to meet them. I'm gonna drive. One of them came here and met me. He's such a darling. He came in February. No, I went through some
another
bad
one.
ones.
I'm one of your mods too.
Yes, you are. I don't count you as my mod. You're my family now.
Family now, pretty much.
Yeah.
When we start the live stream, are we doing the live stream?
No, we're still recording.
Oh,
We're gonna start the live stream in a little while, but we record. Don't get burnt, okay?
Okay, I'm not.
So this is just the ending of the recorded video. If you want to say something, say something.
So I just wanted to say that I'm super excited about meeting Bare Pantry and her teaching me these traditional Belizean dishes. So great. Last time I was here, we tried oxtails. I literally almost ate the bone. It was so delicious. We got cake. We got these powder bun.
Pota bun.
Pota buns. I
just love the way you say it.
Pota mix bun. Pota mix bun. I can't wait to try it. It smells delicious.
Smells good, right? And as Belizeans, we like it like on a rainy day. And then have it like, we eat soup for dinner. And then the powder bun is like, because soup you don't stay full for long, right? It's a lot of liquid. So once it burns out of you, then you have a snack for powder bun. So a lot of Belizeans have that. The minute it rains, oh my God, powder bun. The minute we're going to travel, like if you were going to fly somewhere and I was going to come into town or whatever, I would make a batch and you could take it on the plane and you could just have your own snack.
Okay.
I have a cousin, he came years ago and he took a bunch on the train because usually the full recipe you would make 16, right? So I think I made him like 2 16s, like 32.
Wow.
He started to sell these on the train ride back to where he was going. I'm like, you go see, he says, I kept some for me and I sold some because the people wanted it with their coffee.
Yeah. Oh, this would be. You know what you know how like Americans they have the coffee sticks. It's just so hard. And I'm like, I don't know how anybody would eat this.
Is that biscotti thing?
Yeah, biscotti. I don't like that. Oh, the scones either. It's just too hard.
They don't
I would
have a good
prefer
taste.
powder buns, especially if it's a mix of like a cake and a cookie. I would prefer this because it's softer.
My next commercial that I make.
Up with your coffee in the morning.
My next commercial that I make is going to be calling all coffee lovers. We're not even going to say it's Belizean. We're just going to go straight to the coffee
All
lovers.
coffee. Yeah, you know that's a great one because that will attract a very, very wide, diverse. Everybody drinks coffee. Even I drink coffee sometimes. You okay?
It's going to fall.
You gotta show me
It's not
making
gonna
my coffee and eating a powder bun.
I know we're going to need that for the commercial.
Yeah,
I don't drink coffee.
that's what I'm saying.
You got to get you drinking your coffee. No, thank you for frying the panades. All right. Ooh. They're both soft.
If you want soda, the other soda we got is what's the name?
Where's it?
Ginger.
Ginger ale. That Canada dry thing. Yeah. Let's wrap up the show.
Okay, cool.
Let's wrap up the show.
Canada Dry.
Like he said, are we still recording? Okay, so you can feel up all of them. We don't care. Our hands clean.
Okay, cool.
So feel yours.
Oh wow!
Right? And you can feel the one that I made.
It's gonna be. Let me see. I like the feeling of this one better.
Yeah.
But this doesn't mean it's gonna
The
taste.
egg make it softer.
Yeah, the egg make it so, and that
You
was
can
more
taste.
rustic.
Don't get burned though. Okay, careful. I like the one with the egg better. What do you think?
I love that it's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
That's
I
what
can-
I do.
I can even put like a piece of cheese in this and eat it too. Like you know, in Jamaica we have the bun and cheese. I
Kids
can.
that eat it with Velveeta
Don't
cheese,
laugh at
uh,
us, but we do it with Velveeta. And we know Velveeta is not real cheese.
Ew! I'm talking about you gotta go get the block of cheese. Cold
we
as
have
that
the block.
cheese.
We have the block of cheese too. Do they have Happy Cow over there? In Jamaica, they have paprika over there, right? The cheese?
I haven't been over there in a long time, but I think so. They have the canned cheese too. That's not real
You know,
cheese.
I really feel like I like the one with the egg better. It has more of a crunch than this one. The one without the egg doesn't have a crunch. You can go. So I wanted to show you guys what happens if you don't make it with the egg, because I know some people that they just don't eat eggs or they're allergic to eggs. You know what I mean? And I want you to know that you can do it without the eggs. So you could just add the butter and the milk. So this is not for vegans. That's not what we're going for. We're just some people are allergic to eggs.
I'm gonna tell you my thing. My thing is this one is more like the cookie cake instead of this one is more cakey and this one is more cookie.
More cookie.
So I think it's minus egg, and this one tastes better. And I don't know if it's because this one has raisins and this one has
white chocolate chips. That white chocolate chips is the
But
thing.
I like this one better.
You know, I didn't want to try that before, right? But a friend of mine, she put the regular milk chocolate in it and it was good. So I said, oh, let's try white chocolate. That white chocolate has like a powder milk taste to it.
It's creamy.
And you could try any milk. You know how
It complements the cookie instead
you know
of
how they have like Nido, the milk? You ever seen that brand?
Mm-hmm.
The powdered milk? You can do that too. Add some water to the powdered milk, right? And put that in.
I like the one without the egg better.
You do?
Well,
Look
let
at
me
that.
ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
In Belize, is it made with or without an egg?
When I took home ec 40 years ago, no egg. The original, no egg. And that's why I say egg is optional.
Did you say that the Belizeans is gonna be upset about the egg?
No, a lot of people are doing it now with the
Okay.
egg.
I like it with no
A lot
egg.
of people are doing it.
I like it
Yeah?
with no egg.
So
I
that
like the egg better.
that helps the
I like it with
the
no egg.
person that is allergic to egg, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. No.
We hungry, guys. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this show. Please go over to the Knots channel. I'll put the link in the description below. Hello. We are wrapping up our
Okay,
show.
sorry.
Sir, kind sir. We're so unprofessional in this one, but we don't care. Thank you for liking, watching, whatever. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Yeah, that's what we need, right? We need a lot of comments. Leave a comment, say hi to the Knot. Check the description below. You'll find the Knot links to all his different channels. And now we're going to move over into a live stream to what we're going to eat. Bye.
You have to start writing a song.
Do not please don't get me started.
Hey, I'm writing a song.
You writing a song?
Yeah.
What's the song about?
Lord.
Baru up in heaven.
Viral open heaven.
Baru up in heaven.
What room?
I know there's a bar room.
Baru
Oh, bar room up in
up in
heaven.
heaven.
Oh.
Because Jesus turned
Drink
water
wine.
into wine.
Yeah, Jesus turned water into wine.
You gotta get-
That's his song.
I know there's a bar room up in heaven.
Why?
I think it's a smoking section up there too.
Jesus, turn water into wine. I see George
He loves George
Jones
Jones.
sitting at the bar, sipping a cold one and talking to Jesus.
Okay, Daddy.
Black people have been taking over the country music scene.
That's
now.
copyright infringement.
Might got you a hit record right there.
This is the day.